Yo, what's good? It's a kid here, aka your favorite African. And today we got another reaction video, right? Today we're reacting to 10 craziest things bought by billionaires. I heard a lot of crazy things, right? But let's go ahead and watch the video, right? Let's just go ahead and watch the video, you know?
Whether we want to admit it or not, the world is very much divided in terms of wealth. There are those who have some money, some who have very little money, those who have a lot of money, and those who have lots and lots of money.
Okay.
The difference between these wealth classes may seem small from a certain point of view, but it's literally leaps and bounds. Especially when some of the richest people in the world are able to go and build and buy things just for themselves because they have the money to do so. So with that being said, allow us to show you the 10 craziest things bought by billionaires. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, word.
Number 10. Overpriced mansions and apartments.
Okay.
Everyone at one point in time has dreamed of owning a mansion or a luxury apartment.
Right.
They're massive, they're luxurious, and you can alter them to your will to make them fit you. Buying a place like that doesn't make you crazy per se.
Okay.
But when you see just how much money people will spend for the biggest of mansions or the most luxurious of apartments, you see the line very clearly.
Okay.
For mansions, we mean the ones that have like 20 bedrooms, 15 bathrooms, 5 different kinds of pools, a golf course in the backyard, and so on. Like when Drake, not a billionaire, but he's very rich in his own right, went all out and decided to make a custom mansion for himself for $100 million. As for apartments, there are places like the aptly named Billionaires Row that go and sell whole floors and penthouses for tens of millions of dollars. What's worse? Some people just buy those places to say that they have them. Imagine what good in the world Drake could have done with $100 million.
Gave it to me.
Or to the Billionaires Row person who spent $90 million on an apartment and said he did it for fun. That's crazy that they think making those kinds of purchases is fun.
So we're just buying things for fun now. 90 million, I'm just for fun. I just want to spend some money. You know me. For fun. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Number 9. Golden Jet.
Okay.
Many billionaires all over the world go and get special private jets that they use to go and ensure that they can go around the world as easily as they please. But for one guy, he decided that just having a regular private jet wasn't enough. He decided to go custom with his model and get himself a jet that had an interior that was solid gold. And apparently the exterior is solid gold too. That couldn't have been cheap or easy to mold into the shape of a plane, let alone imbue it with all the luxury that this owner wanted. There isn't a definitive price on the plane, but we know the guy who made it could afford it.
Oh.
How so? He's the Sultan of Brunei. And rumors about his spending on this plane state that it was over $115 million, if not more.
Bro, who is
Number
this guy?
8,
I need to see this guy.
The island marked with his name. Sheikh Hamad bin Hamdan Al Nahyan belongs to the royal family in the United Arab Emirates. And because of this, his wealth is out of this world. So naturally, he spends the money he has. For example, he went and bought himself a private island. A typical thing to do for people in his position, to be fair. However, it's what he decided to do with the island that earned him a spot on this list. You see, he wanted to make sure that people knew the island was his and his alone. Thus, he spent untold millions of dollars to literally write his name on the island. So much so that you had to go up in a plane to see Hamad in full glory. It was so big and deep that waterways were literally formed by this. But the biggest kicker? Despite all the time and money put into it, the name had to be erased per the government's orders. So it was costly to make and it was taken down later. So thus, he spent millions on a landmark that was not only partially ruined by nature, but was forced to be erased by the government.
A guy like me, I'm gonna let that slide. A guy like me, we're going to fight. We're going to fight. We're going to get a boxing ring and fight. Also, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Floyd Tyson. You know what I'm saying? You're going to fight me. You're going to fight me.
That's why it's crazy, especially since he thought he was crazy enough to get away with it.
I'm gonna spend all those millions?
Number 7. Flying celebrities across the world to sing for you. Think about your favorite musical artist. What would you give to not just meet them, but to have them personally fly to your home or even hometown to perform for you and your friends? For some very rich people, it's literally only a dollar figure. They go and hire some of the best singers out there to come and do a private performance for them and their friends. One of these people is a rich kid from UAE who has become almost infamous for all the people he's brought to his family's wealthy place to perform. This is crazy for numerous reasons, not the least of which is that the level of vanity in this is somehow off the charts. They go and say one day, I want this artist to sing at my place, and then they somehow call them and make it happen. There are fans who never get to see their favorite stars from far because they don't do appearances or concerts in their area. And yet people like this kid are able to do it with a phone call. What a world we live in. Number 6. Diamond Mercedes-Benz. Plenty of rich people go and get themselves some very expensive cars. But some rich billionaires, they take it way too far. Enter Saudi Prince Al-Walid, who purchased a Mercedes-Benz made completely out of diamonds. It's unnatural, and yet I'm sure a few of you watching this video are oddly intrigued by the idea of having this car.
I ain't listening.
Because, come on, it's a diamond car. It's hard to resist. How much did this car cost to make? $48 million. There are rumors that he didn't actually own the car though, but even if he didn't, just showing up with it is crazy. Because all it takes is one wrong person with the wrong motives and suddenly that car is stolen. Just saying.
Not like me.
Number 5.
I'm gonna get a little
paintings.
A little, little scraper, little.
Whether you like a painting or not is subjective, but at times people put way too much stock into how much these things are worth. For example, hedge fund billionaire Steve Cohen didn't hesitate to spend over $100 million for a painting that he loved. Twice. No, really. In one of the art exhibitions, he bought a Pablo Picasso original by paying a whopping $150 million. That he was a true blue art lover was evident from the fact when he didn't hesitate to spend another $137 million to buy an artwork from William de Kooning. To be clear, he spent $287 million on just 2 paintings that he loved. And apparently he has a lot more art of high cost at his home. Number 4. Golden toilets. In 2013, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West decided that they were going to make sure their house was stylish from the outside all the way into their bathroom.
Kim a W, yes or no? Asking. If you ask me,
and in that bathroom, should you go in there, you will indeed find golden toilets. But not just one toilet, they got 4 of them. The cost of these gold-plated toilets was $750,000. Yes, Kanye and Kim spent $750,000 on a set of 4 golden toilets.
I mean, that's only
this is exactly the kind of thing that Kim K and Kanye would do just because they have the money. And of course, they're very over the top in all that they do. Given that they're divorcing, you have to wonder, are they going to each get 2 golden toilets since divorces are usually an equal split? Number 3. Furniture. When you think about furniture, you likely picture it in the simplistic sense of being there to support you when you lie on it and accentuate the home you have, right? This couldn't possibly be made too expensive, right? But in 2004, Prince Hans Adams II of Liechtenstein surprised many people across the globe when he spent $36 million on a particular ebony piece of furniture also known as the badminton cabinet. We don't get it either. Number 2.
That cabinet sucks anyways.
Watches are tricky to talk about when it comes to their value, especially since many people desire expensive ones like the Rolex. However, someone decided they wanted to make a very special watch, and thus, the Patek Philippe Henry Grave Super Complication watch was born. It's labeled as the most complicated watch ever made, and it weighs a pound. At an auction, someone bid $25 million for it. Guess time is costly, isn't it? Number 1. The History Supreme. Behold the yacht known as the History Supreme. Coming in at $4.8 billion, the History Supreme is indeed the most expensive yacht in the world or ever made. The yacht itself is 100 feet long, and it took over 3 years to make it. And that's just the boat itself. That's not even talking about all the rich and overly expensive things that are inside the boat. Like what? How about bottles of wine with diamonds in them and the skeleton of a T-Rex? Why did this man need to spend billions on this yacht? Who knows, but he did, and he's no doubt laughing at how it's all his. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the things that billionaires have bought for themselves that are frankly out of this world? And that they might have been out of their minds to get? Do you think it's sad that they would spend that money on these frivolous items versus doing good in the world? Do you know another crazy item that a billionaire has bought? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.
To have money in this world, man. To have money. What you can do with money is out of this world. It's getting crazy out there. We have one guy that just bought a $90 million house just to buy a $90 million house. just fun. You know, I was bored, irritated. Like, who does that? Man, it's getting crazy, man. Listen, if you like the video, don't always say like the video. Make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share with your people. And their people can show their people. And their people can subscribe and share to their people. But you know what I'm saying. Look. So I always tell y'all, for sure, be happy, y'all smile. Now we're going. To my boys and girls out here, it's the kid. I'm gone. Peace.
Hey!